Go! 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 Yo! And you already know, man. Another week. You already know my co-host, JB Cousin.
We back. Another week, man. First game podcast. You know who it is, Big Cousin. We y'all niggas look up to. We back.
And you already know my other co-host. He's back this week. Two Square.
Might not be back next week. I don't know yet. What up, though? First game, yeah. We don't take no breaks. We gon' keep going till we living with the greats. The men keep going till we doing what it takes. Y'all niggas get replaced. You paying for your shooters, yeah, them niggas.
They going crazy. We're gonna see if we can stir y'all up again, man, this week. Bigger got a lot on the motherfucking table. Ayo Quay blacking out with the opinions. Hey. First game, nigga. It's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? We live, nigga. This shit raw, uncut, nigga.
Facts, man. You already know, man. First game podcast. Goddamn. Season 3, episode 20. You already know it's another week, man. It's been a lot of shit going on. A lot of crazy stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? How y'all guys feeling, man?
Feeling good. Got no complaints. Had a good week. How you doing?
Sure, man, I'm good, man. Long work week. Now I'm back here to my second job.
For real.
To inform. To stay informed.
You know what I'm saying? Shout
I
out
feel
to
good.
Shout out to the subscribers, the views.
Facts, man. Facts, man. We got three new subscribers on YouTube. Shouts out everybody on YouTube, man. Comment where you can, man. We love the support. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. I used to go live on TikTok, but you know what they do, man. They try to ban the little guys. So I ain't gonna be with TikTok. I'll throw some goddamn clips on there. But other than that, man, I ain't gonna fuck with TikTok, man, because they gonna try to knock me off. But I will start that, though, on TikTok. This forums, this debates. I might start heated debates. Might start, like, you know, just question thinking outside the box. Just, you know, more interaction with the fans, man. It's gonna come soon, man.
Sure.
But let's get started with the first thought, man. I came across this, you know, I'm a big AI guy. Talking to Grok sometimes. Goddamn, Grok gave me a good question to ask. You know, recent election just came. A lot of us was able to vote. Some of us wasn't. But it's a good number of people that did not vote because they felt like either choices weren't good. But countries like Australia, they actually find people who can vote, but they didn't vote. They actually find those type of people. So I was thinking, what if United States enforced that type of law? If you're able to vote and you didn't, you would get fined. Would you agree with that law, or would you wouldn't?
I wouldn't agree with that, man.
Yeah, me either.
Because you can't force me to vote for
Go
somebody I
ahead,
don't
man.
believe in. Like, say it's two
Mm,
candidates. Say it's Joe Biden and then it's Kamala. It's like, bro, you can't force me to vote for this shit, man.
mm.
I just want to know when the country going to the trash that I didn't support that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with it simply because it's just I got the right not to vote if I want to. That's one of the cool things about being an American. You have certain rights. If I don't want to vote, I don't have to.
And that's how I kind of feel about it, bro. It's like, I feel like it was a portion of my life where the majority of people I knew was just living in America, not
Mm-hmm.
caring about who was the president, got elected, voting. They just was living life, and whatever happened, happened. And I have to go back to that if, you know, it's two candidates that
Well, I'm gonna be devil advocate with this one, man.
got it right.
I agree with it, bro. Just the fact that we look at voting is a privilege because once you go to jail, once you get a felony, you can't vote. So the people out there that can vote and they sit back and be like, man, I don't want to vote for nobody. I feel like they should get fined, bro, because you being a no contest is just like you giving a vote away. That could have been a particular vote that candidate needed
But
to win.
What if you don't like either of the candidates?
and and I to play devil advocate to what you said, it's like, why would me as a concerned, informed voter want to force a non-informed voter to just pick somebody? Like, they in the way, you don't even know what's going on, and you just throwing any vote out there.
I look at it as a competition. When you DNP, that still
But
counts a loss. It
you
don't
look,
count.
you looking at it though as if you like everybody gonna be concerned about politics. If
True.
everybody is concerned about politics, then yeah, it wouldn't matter if you force people to vote. But everybody not living their life concerned about uh, Democrats, Libertarians, Republicans, or the Green Party.
True, true. But I
We
just
out
look
here
at the fact,
working.
like if you able to actually go and vote, and I understand not voting. Like I understand if you were just in the sideline, like bro, I ain't voting for nobody. But you do gotta realize there is some people like criminals that do not get to vote even though they committed a crime. So it's like, dang, bro, like that privilege right there, like you should be able to use it.
And I'm not trying to argue with you, bigger, but however, my brother, is I feel like that's going against my rights though. Like if I'm an American, I have certain rights that I can go by, and then if you're telling me that I got to vote, and if I'm a informed voter and I don't agree with either party, it's like, damn, you put me in a hard spot.
Sell my soul.
Well, I mean, it's more like a regulation, just like traffic. You don't have to stop at a red light, but you can run straight through it. But what it'll be? A consequences. It'll
Not
be
all
a
the time.
fine. Not all the time, though. Not all the time. But at the same time, when you run through a red light and a cop see you, he gonna pull you over. He's gonna let you know that, hey, you broke the law right there. It's like a regulation.
But it's because of danger. Me not voting ain't dangerous to nobody.
It could be, cause like a close race.
Then you want uninformed voters voting for, like, all right, it's one party. who want to be communists.
Yeah.
It's one party that want to be capitalists. They neck and neck, and
Yeah.
you support the capitalism.
Yeah.
You want uninformed voters that are forced to vote for that shit. They gonna vote the other way because the right now the capitalist is in the office.
Yeah.
If we going off your question, currently they're in the office, and if the GOP pass a law that forces people to vote, they're not gonna vote for GOP no more. So you really kill your independent vote by doing something like that. So I don't agree with it. It's just gonna cause issues and no solution.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I just want to goddamn play devil advocate right quick, man. You know what I'm
Yeah, I know
saying?
you
Be on the
don't
other
believe in
side.
that. I
Yeah,
know you
I
believe
mean,
in a real democratic republic.
yeah, that's I mean that's some shit in another country going on,
Yeah.
man. Just like Australia, man. Everybody in Australia, you see them damn Iggy women. You see how they is. That's Australia, man. But I would be mad though if I was like a voter that wasn't informed. The next minute, I get a goddamn something in the mail saying that, oh, since you didn't vote, you're gonna have to
So,
pay $1,000 fine for that. It's like
uh,
what?
That's crazy.
I just need to protect the vote from uninformed voters. Me personally,
mm,
'cause that's how you get a lot of Kamala Harris votes,
mm.
Tim Walz votes, Democratic votes.
But I mean, them shoot. How you look at it nowadays? Those type of folks was already goddamn not informed to be real. To be real.
Mm.
But let's get to the first one, man. Since we were talking about competition, hey, football season started. We on the second week of preseason. You know, some of us are Panthers fans. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are Panthers fans. Panthers, um, they ain't really do too good. First game they did good. You know, I like the improvement. Second game is still a L. Don't want to hype up too much of preseason, but the Browns versus the Eagles kind of sparked some conversation on the internet because of Dylan's Gabriel post conference. I have a clip of that, man. Just a clip of that because we don't know what he meant by this statement. But I'm gonna let y'all guys hear so we can give comments on it.
Yeah, I think it's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing. Of course, we're doing this mid game, but you know, it's something that I'll get used to, and just want to be the best team that I can and create an environment where we can all go do our best work. That's all we want to do.
Hmm. A lot of people are speculating these sort of comments was kind of throwing shade toward the other rookie quarterback, Shadur, that was, you know, drafted in the fifth round,
Yeah,
and he's actually a first round pick. So you know how first round picks are important to an NFL team. A lot of people felt like that was sort of a shade, calling. They felt like it was like a subliminal bullet. Me, I look at it. It was one of them. It was one. At first, when I heard it, it was like one of them type of you can go anywhere with it type of answers because you know the man did just take a L. He could have been talking about I don't entertain bullshit, but a lot of people felt like that was a shade towards Shadur. And I'm gonna put up one more clip just to get y'all guys, you know, input because Nightcap actually was the ones that felt like, yo, this was a shade towards Shadur.
Gabriel.
Dylan
He
Gabriel.
completed
Okay.
8 of his first 9 passes, threw
Yes.
a pick six, bad decision.
but was later credited with a fumble on a botched handoff. After the game, he made some very, very interesting comments. He said, "There are entertainers and there are competitors, and my job is to compete." He
Right.
tried to clarify later at the presser, saying he meant the media are the entertainers and a competitor, and he's a competitor, but and he wasn't taking a shot at Shador, but the damage was done. Everybody
Yeah.
knows what he meant by that because you know why? And I'm gonna let you take off.
Hey,
You remember at Oregon what the
yeah.
head coach said
Uh
when
huh.
they played Colorado?
Right.
Who was the
Oh,
quarterback?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Who was the quarterback?
Okay, 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 okay.
All right, go ahead, Ocho. Go ahead.
Well, listen, I don't. Hey, Chad, I don't want to do him like that. I'm gonna give Dylan Gabriel a little grace, a little understanding, because I don't think a college kid coming in as a rookie in the NFL would take that kind of shot at a teammate that he's competing with for a job. Um, I just don't see. I don't see it. I see it as him when he says entertainers in that aspect where he said it's the media. I'm not sure how he views the media as the entertainers, but the way the media stirs the pot and creates the ruckus, and all he does is compete. I see it from that sense. I don't see him as I'm not even sure if he's that type of person, that type of individual to even had that kind of savvy to say something like that publicly as brash in that moment. So I'm gonna give him a little grace. I think Dylan Gabriel actually played well. He played well. What he did those first few drives, driving the team down the field. He made some really good throws. He was poised in the pocket. He had command of the offense. Obviously, the pick six.
I ain't about to go there. I'm about to play the whole episode. But what's y'all comments on it, man? Do y'all agree with Shannon or do y'all agree with Ocho?
Man, I just want to say, play devil's advocate.
Mm,
I want to play devil's advocate.
yeah.
If I'm Dylan Gabriel and
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the reason I could have accidentally said it, I'm thinking about that I got drafted in the third round. It's my dream to be in the NFL, but because of another guy's father, he's he's naturally wanting to be put over me, and I'm not really given the opportunity before. Honestly, before they even threw a snap, they was trying to down Dylan Gabriel for Shador. So it's like, bro, when one of his trainers or mentors probably was talking to him, they
Yeah.
probably said like, "Yo, it's entertainers and it's competitors. You just need to go out there and compete." And that's the message that he's using to get him through his rookie experience in training camp.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people gonna have an issue with it because he's talking about Shadur, but bro, he's a competitor, bro, he young, and I feel like it bothers him, bro, that his dream is kind of stomped on because of another athlete's father, which ain't his fault, but it's like
So you agree with
they
Shannon
both
that
they both
it's a shot to Shadir?
yeah, it's a shot, but it's an understandable shot in my opinion because they
Okay. Okay.
both of them are dealing with bad cards. Shadur cards is his dad Dion, and he got drafted in the fifth round, and because people think he's not serious about it.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel bad cards is I got drafted in the third round. They draft this other guy, but everybody in the world is fans of this other guy, and it's like it's like make building pressure in my mind. I can't really relax and learn the offense and take my time. I'm pushing.
Mm,
So that's just my opinion. I feel like yeah, you shouldn't. Well, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
mm.
It's a shot, but I don't see it as disrespectful or nothing. Like it's he a competitor and they fighting for a spot on the team in the NFL.
What you
He
think,
looking
too, Quay?
should do it like a joke.
To answer the question, when I first saw the clip, I didn't think it was a shot. And then just thought back to Dan Lanning when he said that Colorado is fighting for clicks and Oregon is fighting for wins. So I was like, damn. Well, psychology wise, I feel like that thought had to come from somewhere. The entertainers and competitors situation that had to come from somewhere. So when I thought about it from that perspective, I was like, oh, okay. If I was him, I could see how he could say, yeah, that side over there be entertainers, but I'm competing for a job because he came from a coach that installed that mentality into his team because
Facts, D.
they had to go against a Colorado team that had all the cameras and lights on them. So I could understand where he coming from. But so to answer your question, yeah, it was a shot, but I get it.
Whoa, I forgot all about the coach saying that. Damn, that kind of actually confirmed it. Like he was mentally trained when going after Colorado Buffalo. They
Hmm.
about to shine in the lights and the glitz.
Oh yeah,
They ain't about the real heart of football. We do this because we love it.
he
They
called him a
do it
Cinderella
because
story.
they do it because they daddy did it.
And
Yeah,
also, they don't do it for the money. I mean, it could have been that interpretation. He could have been saying that he do it just to compete, and he's not doing to look for to get a higher check.
He doing it for the money. When you in the NFL, I think you doing it for money. I think the love of the game is kind of gone now because that's your only source of income. Nah, you
Hmm.
doing it for the money, but I'm saying like they everybody in the league kind of felt the way, bro, about how everybody just became Colorado fans out the blue. You
Yeah.
got ESPN talking about a team that couldn't beat BYU and shit. Like you got rappers and they like, damn, I'm in the
where y'all come
Heisman
from?
race. Damn, we undefeated right now.
And I
And y'all
mean,
talking about Colorado playing Nebraska?
and also too, bro, you do got to realize these reporters will try to escalate something that don't have no meaning to it. She probably did ask him like one of them dumb rhetorical questions that he
He
had
gotta
to
be a
answer
man
though.
though. He still gotta be a man though. You
Yeah.
said it, bro. So stand behind it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Don't try to go, oh, I'm sorry, Shadur. No, fuck Shadur.
Cause even like with this clip where you know ain't got nothing, ain't got nothing to do with the dirt, but at the same time she just threw him in the mix, and it was like that's what he meant. He could have meant that. He ain't trying to entertain bullshit nowadays. Cause it's like everybody is trying to bring up his damn name for no reason.
Us to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so the jersey. Let's get into it because obviously this ties to one Shador Sanders who balled out in his first preseason game.
This is D. Barry Sanders.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Barry Sanders. But the tie, come on, it's a blast for us to.
Like sometimes you do got dumb reporters that just gonna throw Shadir in there for no fucking reason. Like, come on, man.
Motherfuckers
Like,
don't
So
know nothing about
Sanders,
sports.
he saw Sanders and instantly said Shadur, knowing damn well that's a Lions jersey. Number two, come on, bro.
he
She
could have
had to
go
know.
in that.
That
You
nigga
know what I'm
wearing it
saying?
backwards, so you can clearly see it's not Shadur
Come
or
on, man.
Deion said.
But it was like one of them. Like you got reporters like that want to just throw Shadir in it for no reason. But talking about you know what I'm saying? Talk about my game. Talk about my performance. But
But I
No,
don't even know the question though.
well,
yeah,
I ain't see the question.
on that particular clip, do you think, based on what we just saw, that there need to be some type of correction or vetting? Cause like you on national television and you making that mistake in the sports world,
hmm,
But
that didn't look good at all.
it didn't. But she's more of a basketball WNBA aficionado, And you know what I'm saying? She probably just saw the jersey and want to talk about it, but she really there for basketball.
Yeah, but
That's Monica McNutt, by the way.
yeah. That's why I was just like, what I'm saying, there is reporters out there that will throw Shadur in the mix in the talk where ain't nobody talking about Shadur at that moment. Like, come on. So it's like, yeah, them reporters will try to strike some type of motion out of you just to get that click of, oh, Dylan Gabriel, man, hey, he sound pretty frustrated and took shots at Shadur in his
But
statement.
we want these storylines.
True.
Shit, that's what they're there for. Entertainment. That's their job, but it's still entertainment, bro. And it's kind of like I respect you dealing competitivism for saying that. You know what I'm saying? You boy out there trying to fight too now, and him pushing is why he threw that pick six.
Yeah, and he fumbled.
So if he was relaxing and like really not really feeling the pressure of if I don't get this job, I gotta get traded, or if I don't get this job, I gotta get cut, or if I don't get this job, I gotta be the same. Well, he probably older than Shadur. He like I gotta be a little older than the younger guy at second string. Like, come on, bro. That nigga mentally is gonna be hoping Shadur get hurt.
And also, too, man, sometimes these NFL guys do have some type of ego where if you talking about me, like don't talk about somebody else around. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about somebody, another football player where you supposed to be interviewing about my performance. He could have been on that shit.
I
'Cause
mean,
I would have been feeling some type of way.
that's a good question, though. I mean, the fans want to know what he thinking when it comes to this
Yeah,
competition.
yeah, true. But I do got a clip of him clarifying what happened.
Oh God, he apologized.
Yeah, he
Come
did. I
on,
mean,
Dylan. He gotta stand on business,
damn, my
man.
shit, internet taking a while.
Is the weather bad? We all that.
Must be.
Sorry about this.
You already know what it is, man. It's live, man. It's live. It's live, man. But it might be a little echo though, so don't mind the echo.
All about our team, you know what I mean, and each other. I would never make that, and I've said it before. That's why it's interesting. But for me, I've explained it. Entertainers are you all, competitor. That's what I am, and all my teammates, and we both have jobs to do. So that's it.
Then when you were asked when he said,
Mm.
It's a good spin if you're trying to be weak. Come on, man. You gotta make it. You gotta stick with the narrative, bro.
Maybe. I mean, hey, man. It's like I understand it too. Like on one level, I do understand it. Like you gotta realize there are entertainers in this league. There are reporters that will try to spin some of that type of narrative because they not in the locker room. They not that person's teammate. They, you know what I'm saying? They trying to have their own twist on what's being presented. Yeah, Shadur and Gabriel are mad at each other. And the whole time they looking like, yo, you already know what I'm trying to do. I already know what you trying to do. You trying to get a starting spot. Nobody don't want to sit the bench. So it could have been going in that way, saying that I ain't gonna entertain y'all fucking reporters that ain't even play football. They don't even play football, but they want that damn news list.
Mm, feel like he meant what he said, but he still playing the Browns is evaluating me game. So he probably felt
Mm-hmm.
like change it up. We don't want to separate the locker room. They probably watching how I handle this situation, and this is points against me for staying around.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably that too.
Yeah, man.
Good spin.
Good. Well, it was good. Hey, he came out there and told him, man, hey, thinking about spins. Thinking about spins. Um, the next story is also in sports. The arrest of Security Richardson is caught on body cam tape of her interacting with the police. I'm just gonna play like 2 minutes of it because the shocking part of it is her trying to get another black dude arrested. But why ain't nobody talking about this?
So if you guys make it on the plane, maybe you should go up there and ask for different seats. Just let some time kind of, right? So
No, you did not. No. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. I have to get my sweatshirt bag. Is there anything else that you could let me know? Because now that you have these officers involved, is there anything I need to?
yeah, why don't you come talk to me over here? Was there someone talking to you? Come talk to me over here.
I will never talk to you again.
So
Hello, hi. So we're in a relationship. I will no longer mess with him or what he had going on. He has some stuff in his bag. I just need to get out of my bag.
Okay.
My iPad, some clothes. I can stick it out, put it in my suitcase, brought his bag back. That's pretty much it. But we have a relationship, this, kind of thing going on right now. But yeah, exactly. But I brought his bag back. I took all of my belongings out. I would leave him alone. You don't have to worry about me. I have a flight coming up for myself. Like I said, I'm on the phone right now. I have all of my belongings, but you don't have to worry about me while I'm in the airport with him at all. I just have to get my belongings out.
Do you have your ID on you? And boarding pass by chance?
Yeah. Do you need my ID for what? If you don't mind me asking.
Investigating a possible assault.
Assault?
That's
Oh,
what
Kristen,
not
I
by him.
assaulted you.
Hey. Oh, listen.
Chris, I assaulted you? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just making
It's
sure.
not him that reported it.
Oh,
One
okay.
of the TSA folks reported it.
Oh, one of the TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me
there's
if possible.
There's cameras everywhere. So
Okay,
we'll sort it out. So do you have
but
your
like
ID
I
on
said,
you?
yes I do. My name is
you.
Shakira Richardson. I do have my ID.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his
Are you
bag.
guys on the same flight? Or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We were supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled. So the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, Christy. So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian told me to put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward.
I ain't gonna play all of it, but later on in that video, she ended up getting detained. But her reaction sparked a lot of comments saying that everybody witnessed her assaulting this boy. TSA called the police, but her being a woman, she felt like the man should be arrested because he's the man, even though he wasn't the one calling the police. He was the one goddamn getting abused. But it struck a lot of people to like hear her say that because you do get sort of news like that where a man is always the one getting arrested. He become the aggressor. Really, my question is, shit, do y'all think it should be more consequences towards that? Because, I mean, she basically was trying to falsely arrest a person. Or you can just give your comments on it, really.
Well, to answer your question, do I think there should be more consequences? Yeah, but I think that this particular scenario is triggering for black men because
Speak for yourself.
when you but think about it though, it's like when you hear like just that pitch and tone of her voice and the type of things that was being said, it's like you can compare that to so many other instances of similar situations. So that's what I meant by like triggering. They just triggers like it triggers what would you call it? A remembrance of a past experience. But Yeah, man. So I didn't see the video of her technically hitting him. I didn't see that, but based off what I just saw, I I wouldn't put it past her that that happened because I could tell based on like how she's talking to the cops that she possibly don't give a freak about what nobody got to say, and she's gonna do what she needs to do to have it her way.
Oh God, oh God.
I feel like that's your woman. You shouldn't like want her to go to jail or get detained. You should kind of
Mm.
be like, man, nah, bro, she ain't do nothing. We just talking, man. We straight. There ain't no issue going on. We good. That's what I feel like him as the guy should have been doing. But you know, man, we at a time where it's men versus women and shit. So, but if that's my woman and she arguing and she upset in the airport, and somebody just happened to call the police
That's what happened. It
tripping,
wasn't.
I'd have been like, nah, we straight, we good. And I'm knowing her position in life and shit. As the man, like, nah, I'm not hoping for no consequences.
Even she slapped the shit out you in public.
But
I'm a man,
I
yeah,
want to say
like, yeah.
that I agree with you 100%, but I also want to hear your answer to the question like outside of you, like do you just think like in those scenarios should there be like a punishment for false claiming or getting somebody arrested that didn't really, do anything?
All right, for my clarification, what was the false claim and who did they get arrested?
So the question that Dave asked was, should there be more punishment behind someone getting arrested for that type of claim?
Yeah, because later on in the video, she got detained by the police, and she was trying to, move the police towards the black male. She was trying to say like, oh, he's the man, he the one who should be arrested. Like she the woman, she automatically ain't supposed to get detained. That was just later on in the video. I could pull more of it up, but that was just later on in that video,
I mean,
and
yeah,
it
I
wasn't.
don't think it should be no more consequences though than whatever she went through.
Yeah,
Mm, I
because
mean,
like at the end of the day, like, well,
what more does she need to be than arrested?
oh, that's a good. I mean, that's a good. I mean, my comments, man. I just hate the fact that you do have this sort of BLM riot about cops shooting motherfuckers and shit like that, but you don't get the outrage of damn, like he didn't bring the cops over there. He didn't call the cops. It was a TSA worker that was saying iron this situation. He put it upon himself or her put it upon themselves to call the police and say, yo, this man getting assaulted by his girlfriend.
Yeah, but she clearly didn't know who called. She thought he called the police, so that's probably why she was like thinking like this bitch ass nigga at the time, and then
Yeah,
she
and
realized that he didn't like clear it up. Like, yo, we straight, we good. Like, she ain't like this, my girl.
but she also dug herself in the more aggressor role because the cops was like, no, you mad at him, but it was just a TSA worker doing their job. They
That's why
is
I
the
said. That's
transportation.
why I said she ain't know.
Yeah. So it made her look. It made herself dig herself into more of the suspect because the cops don't know nothing. The cops trying to figure out what the story was. They just got a call.
To be honest though, bro, your girl acting like that, y'all about to catch a flight. You
Yeah.
did something to make her act like that. You probably had something like she said of hers in the bag that she needed. You like, nah, plan, not giving it to her. Just get it to her, bro. I'm just saying, bro. That shit could have went a bunch of ways.
Yeah, it
It's
could have
like
been on
if you
Twitter.
the man and you not that guy, and she's Sha'Carri Richardson, Olympian, fame, and that's your girl, bro. Why would you not prevent her from getting into serious trouble? Cause she pushed you. I saw the video. She ain't really hit the nigga. She just was yelling at him and kind of shoving him a little bit, stepping in his way when he was trying to walk. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
you gonna allow her to go to jail over that?
I mean, bro, like at the same time too,
Crazy.
somebody brought that incident toward the police. And the police came up trying to de-escalate the situation. And if she's in a behavior that is escalating the situation, and the cops got to apprehend her, whose fault is it? You still can be like, yo, cops, don't do this, don't do that. But if she's still in a escalating the situation, and the cops say, hold on, we're gonna have to lock you up because you the aggressor.
But she
That's out
wouldn't
of
be
both of y'all hands.
she wouldn't be escalating it if she seen he was trying to calm it down with the police. She
He ain't
ain't
never
been
bring the
like,
police.
no, I know he didn't bring the police, but when they was talking to him, he could have been downgrading what was going on. If she would have seen him doing that, she would have fed off that energy and be like, yeah, we was just talking. She just said we in a relationship type shit. We just having a little. She even tried to say that. So if he would have said it first, she would have went with it, and they could have, talked it out on the flight. But now she don't want to be with a nigga no more, and he just gonna be him. And it's like that small shit, bro. You wasn't like just because she walked in your way and shit. Like
I don't
shit,
blame him, bro, because at the same time, the
I
cops had to
do.
show up to the scene and figure out what's going on.
And
If
you
they
can
see
and you can
and
protect
they
your
saw it.
woman.
I'm saying though, but at the same time, he ain't say nothing at all. They were just watching her and her
But
reactions.
but but say something though. You can say like, bro, we good. We just was arguing about who gonna sit on the fucking window seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you just be sitting there and be quiet? Let your woman, your star woman, go to jail over this. It's
Hey,
crazy.
I'm gonna ask a what if question outside the scenario.
Yeah,
Like, what if the woman is like trying to kill you, and the cops like gotta intervene? Like, are you still gonna say like that's my woman and I don't want her to go to jail, or you gonna let the cops do their job in that particular scenario?
let the cops do the job. Cause at the same
Yeah, that's
time,
why. That's why I clearly said in this situation, they having an argument. Like it's an argument, bro.
I mean,
It's
that's what I'm
just in the
saying.
airport. Y'all
That's what
could
I'm
be doing
saying.
this in the living room. You would want her to go to jail? No.
I wouldn't want her to go to jail, but if she's showing actions of an aggressor, if she's digging herself inside of a hole, because the cops don't know nobody, the cops don't know nothing. They just received a call from a TSA worker. It ain't like he the one was like, "Yo, this girl beating on me." Nah, the cops just showed up because somebody was from a distance or something seeing her do
They don't
things.
know what the fuck they saw. They thought, but we might look like in the camera that's what she doing, but we just was playing and arguing.
Hey,
I'm right here. I'm the victim supposedly. I'm good. We good.
hey, it's just at the same time too. You at the airport too, so can't be
But
playing around at the
look,
airport.
can you find the video? If you watch the video, you can see that this could
Yeah.
have been explained to the police as something else. Bro, she ain't do nothing but get in his face and just look irate a little bit. Walking, she ain't swing on him or nothing.
I mean, I can't look for the video, but at the same time, bro, you gotta realize what TSA part in it too, bro. They there to protect anything that's going on with the airport too. They were doing their job. Shit, they probably felt bad for bruh because she
But
do.
once it's past the TSA, I'm not. They doing their job. But once it's past them, like it's up to him now. Like if one of us is having a slight argument with our girl and we look aggressive on camera or to a TSA and they call the police, I'm expect my girl to be like, we just talking. Not just stand there and let me go to jail like I was really about to heal her or some shit.
But you ain't never been in a situation that both of y'all's cooperating. There ain't nobody said nothing. The cop just asking one party a question, but the one party is digging themselves in the hole to get detained, looking like an aggressor. Because you got to realize there is situations like that. Ain't nobody got to explain nothing. But one person might feel still, I guess, hyped up over what the situation, well, what happened. You saw it. She goddamn was trying to point at him, telling him, "Oh, you the one who called the cops, or you this," trying to walk towards him, and they trying to break up stuff. So it's like she dug her own hole of not even trying to cooperate with the boys, because the boys is there trying to figure out things going on. But I mean, at the same time,
But that's what I'm saying. That's the man, bro. Just like she yelled across thinking something, you could have
yeah,
said, I'm just telling them we chilling. You could yell that across to her. Just be quiet. Stop talking. I'm telling them we good, we good. She just a little upset, officer, over this, and that. She got a rough morning. We about to catch a flight. Our flight got pushed back. She Shakari Richardson. She's supposed to be here by here. Come on, bro.
yeah, that could have been the way to do it, but she already explained that she not messing with that man. She no longer with that man. She a whole separate entity.
She shouldn't be. She should be with a nigga. She should be with a nigga who gonna understand her situation and make sure she don't ruin it for the both of them.
Yeah, but she already had like,
If one of y'all motherfucking women was Olympic sprinters, I'd be there if one of y'all let her put herself in the situation to fuck it up. You
I
gonna be like,
mean, but at the same time,
we
is
need
she
that
telling?
here.
But is she said at the same time she telling the boy that we're no longer together? The relationship done. I'm
She
never
wasn't
gonna
even
talk to
talking.
him
I don't even think
again.
she was talking to the boys right there. I think she was talking to maybe she was.
That was the body
I
cam.
thought it was a TMZ camera and the police was on the other side. But
Now that
maybe
was the
she was talking to them.
that was the body cams. Like she already pointed out, like I'm not talking to him. I'm breaking up with him.
But that's it. If it's the police, in my opinion, that's even make more sense. You gonna tell the police, no, I'm gonna get my stuff. He gonna go his way. I'm gonna go my way. That's just keeping them from thinking y'all gonna start up again. Come on, man.
Yeah. But at the same time, the boy did what they supposed to do, man. Hey, the TSA saw bruh getting beat up or something. He called the police,
Nah,
but
he
hey,
didn't get
man,
beat up. He didn't get beat up. I seen the video already. They was just arguing. She just was stepped when he tried to walk away. She stepped around in front of him and was still talking. He go this way. She stepped around in front of him, probably shoved his arm or something. It was not like that. That deep to me for her to be not like for him to not step up and be like, nah, man. It's like, man, you
I
supposed to stop
understand,
that.
man. I appreciate you protecting black women, bro. Because we
Man,
need
I ain't
more of
protecting
that.
bad women.
Nah, we need more of that, bro. Like niggas being
It's
real with the
just you
situation, bro.
protecting your woman. That's all I'm about, protecting my woman, and that's his woman, and he different from me.
I'm saying like you saw it from a different angle too. And you was like, nah, bro, they ain't went down like that. I know, like if you were the TSA, you probably would have been like, you probably walked over there and told them like, yo, y'all niggas chill out, y'all in public.
What if you got some badass news or some shit that will cause you to be angry, aggressive, and you happen to just be responding to your girl in an aggressive way in public, and somebody called the police? Would you want her to act like you was gonna do something to her, or would you want her to say he going through something? They just called and this ain't usually him. He just upset right now, but we gonna calm down, sit, chill. Would you want which response would you want?
I mean, I
So,
would want. I mean, I would want to be in the de-escalating situation. I would
Or
want
the
her to de-escalate.
like you dug yourself in this hole. You dug yourself in the hole. You gonna be like, bitch, you weak as hell.
Yeah, but at the same time, if I told the cops that I'm not no longer with this woman right here, I ain't never talking to her, I ain't messing with her. Like, that's out. That's you by yourself. You just explain to the cop that you by yourself. But I supposed to just run over there and be like, nah, she tripping, bro. She tripping, bro.
Yeah.
I
But she hurt
understand.
your feelings because she yelled at you. You should have been the one on camera like, bitch, talk to me like that. Fuck wrong with you?
See, you asshole did like that. They would have got
Yeah,
them
she
took you. They
right.
would have took you.
She right. The man should have went to jail. The hell?
Oh
Fuck that. Who you
man.
talking to, girl? Shia. Oh, Lord, what's
Damn.
that? Oh, Lord, hold
That
on.
nigga said the man should have went to jail. I done heard it all
I ain't
today,
getting
man.
ran over by my woman. Fuck.
I mean, he wasn't getting ran over, bro. He was just letting the situation play. He was looking back, and he did not say a word.
I finally figured out what a woman mean by she need a nigga to put her in her place. In that situation, he should have said, "Yo, shut the fuck up, yo." For real. Not and look like he about to get fucking detained. That's what it should have been. So she could be like, nah, we ain't like that. He with me.
No more, man. The verdict is you blame the dude. That's crazy. But protect black
That
women,
nigga
man.
weak, man.
Hey,
You
it's
protect your
hell.
woman. Protect
Hell
your
is
woman.
freezing over right now. That nigga said
You
protect
niggas,
black women.
bro, you protect your woman, bro. I ain't talking
Protect
about,
your woman.
I'm not talking about a random woman. I'm talking about my woman.
I understand, man. That's a good take, though, man. Hey, I'm about to get to the next one, man. Next one, man. Hey, this is going out like this is one of them trucker news. Um, I'm gonna give you a little crackdown what's going on with illegal immigrants and the commercial driving industry. The U.S. Department of Transportation, under Transportation Secretary Sean P. Duffy, launched a worldwide audit in June 2025 to investigate state practices for issuing non-domicile commercial driver license. This action spurred by an April 2025 executive order from Trump administration aims to address concerns about unqualified individuals, including undocumented immigrants, obtaining CDL through lax oversight or fraudulent means, potentially compromising road safety. The audit focuses on identifying patterns of abusing in-state issue of non-domicile CDLs to ensure compliance with federal standards. Additionally, in May 2025, Director of Restrainment stricter enforcement of English language proficiency requirements for commercial drivers, revising an Obama era policy. Drivers failing to demonstrate any sufficient English fluency face immediate out of service orders. And that was trying to help just the road safety because there has been a lot of crashes in this industry. And the only reason I highlighted this because we have a deadly crash that happened in Florida where a legal immigrant making a legal turn at a Florida turnpike. If you've never been to a turnpike, it's more like the old school toll where you gotta walk up, well not walk up, where you gotta drive up and there's people in the booth and you gotta give them money. So this person was trying to, I guess, avoid the turnpike and they end up killing 3 people. Not because they hit the person, it's because they was 2 lanes over and they tried to make a U-turn and that person ran into their trailer. But this the clip right here. Yes.
He was trying to make a U-turn on the highway with a 18-wheeler.
Yes. The truck driver name is Honjurasai, and he has been charged with 3 counts of vehicle homicide. Got his commercial driver license in the state of California, according to Florida Department of Safety and Motor Vehicles. 3 people lost their lives, and giving condolences to people that died. The mini driver was identified. It was a 34-year-old Florida City man. The passengers was 37-year-old Pombano Beach woman and a 54-year-old Miami man. And you know what I'm saying? The only reason I highlight this because you hear Trump talk about illegal immigrants. You also was hearing also in Springfield, Ohio, that some of them Haiti illegal immigrants was driving so wildly and that was causing also fatal crashes. I just really want to get y'all input on this sort of situation because no matter what, you can say, them Democrats can be like, oh, let them guys come in and work. When they come in and work illegally, they do dumb shit like that. People die. I just want to get y'all comment on this, or if you ain't got no comment, it's cool.
I mean, he was just an illegal immigrant who made a mistake that he shouldn't have made. To me, he looked like one of those Muslim immigrants that normally says something like "death to America." So the conspiracy mind of me is like he did this shit on purpose. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, man, he just made a dumbass mistake.
This is confirmation of why these motherfuckers don't even supposed to be over here.
Oh God. And
This
that was the
shows
whole, yeah.
that we gotta keep this mass deportations up to a maximum. Kind of mad at ICE. They let this guy slip for for too long, but it just proves it. I
Oh
don't want to
God,
hear
bro.
nothing else about who's gonna do the jobs.
Oh God, bro. Like it wasn't just about
Yeah,
giving out social security numbers. These guys were giving out fucking CDL licenses to motherfuckers in goddamn 18 wheelers.
shout out to Gavin Newsom. Could have been one of your peoples in them cars. Lost their life because of illegal immigrant that y'all paying tax dollars for.
When you said they was giving them out, what was the process? Like, how did they obtain those CDLs?
I mean, the process, it probably was more, it wasn't like, they probably didn't have to go through like a month training. See, I got a CDL and I had to go through like a month training at a trucking school. They probably didn't do that type of process. You probably just had to get your license or when you did the test.
Yeah, probably got a quick pass on some sanctuary city laws where if you're illegal, you get a fast track so you can start. A bunch of bullshit, probably, bro.
And
Bunch of
it's
bullshit.
like, and it's kind of alarming because you do got Democrats and other people out there trying to make it look like, oh, the immigrants, they not the problem. They not the problem. When it comes to these roads and some of these illegal immigrants can't even read a sign because all of them sign. I know that U-turn said for authorized personnel only because I don't seen that type of pathway like 100 times. I know it said authorized personnel only. And that man did a U-turn and somebody smacked him. But just like being a professional driver, you could be parked. You could be out of everybody's view, out of everybody's way. But if somebody come and smack you, you're gonna be the fault. It's gonna be your fault. But I just highlighted that because that was a big crackdown that's going down. Cause you hear about the truck industry and how it is numerous of people. It has been a crackdown on this sort of thing where the state trooper is trying to get, or not trying to get, but they're trying to have some type of reading efficiency test for drivers. And if you can't read, big dog, get away from that wheel. But I got another cultural, I got a viral clip that's going on right now. It's the next one of a Chicago man getting killed. Facebook Live. 42-year-old Kevin Watson was seen on camera talking about, a dispute when another person approached him. He got the car on 5,000 block of West Madison Street. The thugs took his chain, and all you can hear is a shot. I have a clip of that.
I say, listen, bro, if they do come, let us park right here, you feel me? If they do come get me, we'll move the car so they can get the space. We will move our car, whatever car we need so they can get the space, just let us get the park. So now oh no, we can't do that. No, you just gotta find somewhere else to park. Who the fuck is you talking to? You feel me? Like, who the fuck is you talking to for real, even talking like that? Like, that be the shit, and that's what make a motherfucker be wanting to get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro? What's up? Hell no.
Grand opening, grand close.
They calling him now, bro. I got him on it. I got him on it.
Y'all ain't gonna play no more of that, man. I ain't trying to goddamn, but y'all give y'all comments on that clip, man, because you know about Chicago and this crime, and we know that's a blue city too. I guess ain't no. Oh,
just
Why he get out the car?
because he was getting robbed.
They
had a gun pointing at him.
It looked like somebody came into the car and he got out, tried to confront them.
No, they was pointing a gun at him and telling him to get out.
Hell nah. Maybe he did try to get out and grab at the niggas or something. I don't know, man. It's just like, I guess it's an interesting story.
You ain't got nothing to say. I mean, I understand, but I just say on Quick Trip, like, dang, bro, it's always we supposed to be outraged for the white people and white cops, but it's never an outrage for these sort of incidents where it's in the hood. It might be black on black. I ain't gonna say it is black on black, but there's never outrage for these sort of homicides. It's always, that's what goes on every day. Hey, every nigga gets shot every day, B.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question then. Like, what was you expecting the response to be when it comes to, like, because I heard you ask, like, okay, I heard you say that if it was somebody white, it would have been a different response. It would have been like, upraising or something like that, uproar. So it's like, was you expecting black people to, like, call this particular issue out or protest?
No, I'm just saying on the outrage of homicide when it comes to a white police officer, it is an outrage. But we have gang violence where it's black on black, but there's no protest about cleaning up the streets and crime. I wasn't saying
there's plenty of protests and community leaders that speak against this, and a bunch of groups of people in the community that speak against this. It's just
And
They
then
do it, bro. It's a lot of, especially it's a lot of organizations in Chicago that are against all this shit.
Yeah,
and I think that just how Trump had allowed the police to do what they did in DC, I can see that happening in certain other cities to clean up certain crime because like
facts.
you got like the Olympics coming here, you got certain events going on, and like you can't allow people's ignorance to fuck up the money that could potentially come into this country through other businesses.
Facts,
Yeah,
man.
it's a sad thing that happened in the video, but I just need like a question about it. I can't really think of what to say by just watching it and having a reaction.
Cause look,
Oh no, no, I was just saying comment because I really only know like ain't no more to say. Like ain't no more to like try to enclose. Like
it looked like a nigga just got shot.
Yeah, nigga was talking, nigga ran up
oh
and
God,
called his ass on live.
Like, was he a rapper or something, promoter? Like,
Nah, it's just the fact he was on live.
yeah, he was just
Yeah.
on live.
So it's just like,
now, what if they did all of that and stole his chain, but the chain was fake?
Most likely, and you did that for nothing.
I'm pretty sure
That's
that's happened before. They tried to rob somebody for a chain, get it, and realize the damn chain was probably fake.
maybe he did something to somebody and got the chain from doing something to somebody.
on God, but it's just I ain't saying you should be outraged, but it is kind of alarming with certain of these places. The crime rate is just getting out of control, and I don't care. You saw like these type of viral clips are goddamn getting a lot of attention because Chicago is kind of known to be like a dangerous city in America, one of the dangerous cities in America. But I'm gonna get past that one though, because it really ain't nothing more to say. RP to that dude, and sending out condolences to whoever his family members
Hey,
is.
shit, I don't know that guy.
Yeah. JB, you a Republican?
Yes.
Too quick, what you is? What do you consider yourself?
Independent.
Independent. Uh, New study shows um, that the alcohol consumption in the U.S. has hit a record low of 54%. This is the lowest number in the Gallup's 90-year tracking history. But one of the noticeable drops is Republicans with reported having have reported drinking have dropped a whole whopping 19 points since 2023. But Democrats, on the other hand, has dropped 3 points since 2023. They thinking that younger adults initially are initially quicker than older adults to embrace the idea that drinking is detrimental. So it could be on some a detrimental, but possibility they haven't been, exposed to a vice on moderate drinking, particularly wine, uh, and it could be on some more liberals, or could be going through more, experiencing more stress nowadays.
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't think it's political. My theory is during COVID years, there was a rise in alcohol consumption because people were like forced to be inside and there wasn't really much to do outside of like, those particular things. And then you add in years later like the factors of like you said, stress or even social media, like people not really linking up in public in person, like going to bars, like drinking together because that was a
Mm-hmm.
social thing at one point. So it could be a variety of factors, in my opinion.
Well, I'm gonna say the results of this chart kind of make it political. and I'm gonna look into that. Um, it just shows me that I've been seeing a lot of charts when it comes to like liberals and Democrat that they have more. They claim themselves that they have a lot of mental issues
Yeah.
more than Republicans do, and I think there's a lot of cope drinking and a lot of cope drug use within the Democrat Party because they always feel like they're under attack. Uh, they feel like people don't support the way they think. If you walking around feeling like you always under attack and you got a president who wants to rid you of being in this country or having freedoms in this country, then yeah, you could be an alcoholic. And I'm starting
Facts.
to see it's maybe Republicans are just in better spaces mentally. Not saying that you always be in a mentally space when you're having to drink, but the excess levels I think come from mental instability and cope
Facts.
drinking.
All this video just explaining, alcohol consumption can the effects it could do to a person who's drinking regularly. I'm not talking about like socially. I'm talking about like daily.
People who drink regularly. So this again could be just 1 or 2 drinks per night, or it could be somebody that drinks just on Fridays or just on Saturdays or maybe just on the weekend, 2 to 4 drinks. Well, those people experience changes in their hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis that result in more cortisol, more of this so-called stress hormone being released at baseline when they are not drinking. This is really important. People who drink a bit, and when I say a bit, I don't mean 1 or 2 sips or even a glass of wine every once in a while. I mean, again, people that are maybe having 1 drink a night with dinner and maybe on the weekend a few more. And I offer a bunch of different patterns to explain how it could also be 2 or 3 drinks on Friday or 6 drinks only on Saturday. Well, all of those groups experience increases in cortisol release from their adrenal glands when they are not drinking. And as a consequence, they feel more stressed and more anxiety when they aren't drinking. This is a seldom talked about effect of alcohol because so often we hear about the immediate effects of alcohol, right? And we've been talking about some of those effects. Effects like reducing the amount of stress. I mean, how many times have we heard somebody say, oh, I need a drink, and then they have a drink and they're like, calm down. Now they can shake off the thoughts about the day's work. They can start to think about things in a maybe more grounded or rational way, or at least they believe that, or they can somehow just relax themselves. Well, while that very well may be true, that it can relax them, when they are not drinking, that level of cortisol that's released at baseline has increased substantially. Again, this relates to a defined neural circuit between brain and body, and it has to do with the ratio of cortisol to some of the other hormones involved in the stress response.
So shouldn't that do that with smoking as well?
It probably does do it with smoking
I'm
too.
like, it could be that, but a lot of other things, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, masturbation, like any one of those things that social media, anything that's like addictive to you, you could pretty much supplement what he's saying for that.
Yeah. So you do gotta be careful about certain things because shit, I ain't gonna lie. I just went out with my wife and I drunk some. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the way he broke it down. He said even just chilling on a weekend, 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? That can have a possible effect on your mental. Could make you more, have you more anxious and shit. Have you more thinking about shit when you ain't supposed to be thinking about stuff. But that sort of study did kind of became more political, but because
He he
that is
basically
like,
he basically explained what creates an alcoholic. The
yeah,
fact that you drink and you feel good, then when you don't drink, it brings up those levels of stress. So it makes you feel like you need a drink. So
yeah,
it's just, if you keep repeating the cycle, you kind of become alcoholic.
And also, just your body release sort of chemicals into yourself that can make you like disrupt you. Just like if a person started smoking and he was exercising, he might just sit down one day. Like our bodies react to certain stuff, and we wonder like, damn, why the fuck do I feel this way? But that chart, you know what I'm saying, I can't pass that chart because, you know what I'm saying, we don't know the missing link towards it. But it is sort of alarming that certain political groups, you have seen different studies that Democrats are the ones that's like a little bit mentally off. The Republicans are just, hey, I'm good. Ain't no wrong with my mental.
But
that's why.
I think that's because of the presidency. I feel like if Kamala Harris won, you see Republican numbers up.
That could have been. It could have been like that.
Yeah.
It could have been like that.
It's just the liberals is just shocked at the laws. You gotta understand, they come from winning, winning, having Massa Obama.
I mean, we really
so
went
these losses to Trump, like where this battleground, every one of them is kind of like devastating to a liberal. They don't believe it. They think black people just don't want to see a woman as president. They think that people don't want to see a black person as president.
Yeah.
It's just, I just couldn't. That world a little too much for me, man.
Yeah, man. It just, man. These studies, you know, it ain't really no more to say about it. It's just like to anybody who's watching, man, just be careful what you put in your system, man, because it will affect you. It can affect your mental. It can make you feel some type of way. And he was just saying you don't have to be a person that chug a whole bottle. You could be a person that just, you know what I'm saying, do it socially. But I'm going to get past that one, though. The next one, you remember we were talking about parents having accountability. Remember we had that conversation about it was a sort of a shooting happened where a parent did not have gun safety and their son ended up shooting a school up. I think it was somewhere in Michigan where the parents was also charged for that son doing crime. Remember we had that conversation like, dang, so the parents should have been charged, and you was like, nah, bro, I don't think so, bro. Yeah. Now in New Jersey, they will punish parents with fines or jail time for their child's crime. Boy, that thing, Gloucester, I don't know how to say that damn, Gloucester Township will smack parents up to $2,000 a fine or 90 days of jail time for their child's behavior. And I got not press conference, but he could be explaining what's going on. But I got a clip of that. He might explain what's going on, but this is in town, New Jersey.
Saw just this past weekend in West Hampton, unruly juveniles walking through the streets and standing on cars with no respect for authority or others. There are towns throughout New Jersey that are also postponing their events because of experiencing the same things that I had just spoke about. This is not unique to Gloucester Township, but rather is symptomatic of a larger societal juvenile crisis. Now, I'll tell you, I don't have all the answers, but one possible answer is to hold parents accountable for their children. I saw firsthand the actions last year of these unparented juveniles. Now, I'll tell you this. When my children were growing up, I didn't have a cell phone to keep track of them. But I knew where they were, I knew who they were hanging out with, and I knew what they were up to. In Gloucester Township, we have amended our ordinance to increase the financial penalties on juveniles that violate terms of curfew and added financial penalties for their parents. In addition, we increased the number of hours of community service for both the juvenile and now the parents. Our legislators, who I will be introducing, have introduced a series of legislative efforts to confront this issue, which I will let them speak about in a few moments. But I thank them for their quick response. We are committed to keeping our community safe while continuing to invest in the future of our young people. Make no mistake, we will continue to bring our community together as we do at so many other Gloucester Township communities celebrate.
He didn't really explain too much, but
I get what he's saying. But yeah, I don't agree when it comes to a place like where I live. But if I lived in a town where that shit was out of control, then yeah, I would have to say, yeah, you gotta hold some parents accountable. Cause like I saw a video of a woman walking in the store, her son stealing, and the guy at the register is telling her like, "Yo, your son taking something." You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, stop.
yeah.
She like, "Don't touch my son." Yeah, I'm thinking about people like that, and I feel like you should be held accountable.
Yeah.
Man,
For me, watching that video clip, I don't think that the parents should be held accountable for that. I think that if they're being fined or sentenced to jail for their child being out at these places with other kids, I think that's just making the situation worse because maybe that family gotta like maybe they working or maybe nobody's home to watch that kid. But then if you like find them or put them in jail, that's just making the damn situation even worse. Like I get it, some scenarios, yeah, I get that for sure, but it seemed like most of the time the parents aren't home or there's nobody there to like watch those kids.
And that's
yeah.
and that's kind of like what I think they're trying to change. And they're trying to make parents more accountable of being parents. Like, yeah, you might not have nobody watching them, but you need to make sure you got somebody watching them.
Yeah.
You need to make sure certain things are in place. We shouldn't have to deal with your son not being watched in the community.
It's because man, I'm looking at it too.
Or
Like
daughter.
I mean, to a certain extent, it is kind of like a harsh punishment.
Yes, yes.
But what can you do when some of these juveniles are getting arrested because they're not gonna get charged as an adult? So
That's
it's
what
like,
that's what they need to do. Put, put stricter laws on crimes like for
on
kids, bro,
children.
like they doing in DC. That's a deterrent. It ain't an attack. It's a deterrent.
Yeah, but
Not an
it's
attack
just
on black people like they keep trying to preach. It's an attack on black people because,
yeah.
yeah, I guess obviously y'all assume that's who do the crimes. So it's not an attack. It's a deterrent, bro. When you tell somebody you gonna get life for murder, it'll deter some people to not kill.
True, but I mean, yeah, I agree with it, man. I mean, it is a kind of a harsh. It is kind of harsh to say, oh, but if your children do something, you getting arrested too. I understand that point. It's just the fact that it is too many goddamn juveniles that doing crime, point blank. It's like at this point, why it is a whole bunch of kids outside of the curfew? Why can't we just say, goddamn, hey, it's time to get your kids? Like, cause it could be on some point that some of us parents are not being parents. We not trying to put that foot down. It could be on there, but it's like,
Yeah, they trying to get the parents to go back to boarding schools. Your kid acting up, send his ass off.
yeah,
Go to
man.
boarding school. That's what they used to do when I was growing up. They'll send your ass off.
But I just realized like him making that sort of law or him making that sort of ruling, he ain't got no he got his back against the wall. That's all it is. And you do have certain cases where the home is broken for some of these kids. Solandra they ain't taking care of her kids. Solandra just letting the kids come at wintertime. Like Solandra needs to step up.
I'm saying, this is what's gonna cause her to have to.
Now she heard about that. Solandra's coming back home like, yo, where my kids at? Y'all better be back in the house. Because you're not going to jail for you.
Being a parent should come with stuff like this, bro. That's what I really think. Because you shouldn't be a parent if you can't handle your kid.
And also, too, but the generation right now is getting outrageous. Like, when we grew up, we had to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. We had to have some type of respect to elders. It's like nowadays, man, these kids out here fighting bus drivers.
Trump should change the law on parents whooping their kids. You should be able to, if you got an issue with how kids is out and parents ain't got control of their kids, you should lift the law. It should be a law to limit, like, not like you can go get a baseball bat with your kids, but allow belts.
Nah, because that's what happened to Adrian Peterson. Like, he saw him discipline his kid. Next minute, he got consequences for whooping his kid. It was like, damn, we all got whooped as a kid. How was that child abuse? But I'm just gonna go on to the next one because, like, man, hey, it's just like, man, hey.
Damn, we was in the generation of kids that got whooped growing up.
Oh God, bro! My dad whooped me.
They don't even get that no more, bro.
Man, my dad used to whoop me with a goddamn with them thin brown cords with the whistle. I mean, with the whistle through the wind. Nigga,
God,
I'm talking about the dang cord used to wrap around my leg.
Had them whelps at the end.
But that was child abuse. Didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? That was child abuse. But around the 90s, that was disciplining your damn son.
A kid just knew not to tell a stranger you get whooped.
Hell yeah. But you knew he got a whooping.
Yeah, you know that nigga about to get whooped when he get home.
Cause I was a light pole kid. When I saw that light come on, I'm gone.
Me too.
It's like you know you about to get a whooping. It's like you already crying before you get home.
God, bro, ain't nothing worse than the teacher hitting your people's like you done some shit. You talk to them, they're like, you gonna get a whooping when you get home, or that day, boy.
Yeah.
You be hoping they forget, boy. By the time you get home, especially if they work like 2 more hours after you get home, you be like, God, you hear that door? You hear them feet walking across the floor. You like, yo, they don't call your name, you good. Call your name.
Man, my dad was a Christian. He reading the scripture before he whooped my ass.
Yeah, I be feeling like Christian.
Jacob's 3:16. Something I will bring down the hammer until disobedient souls. Oh yeah, I'm getting my ass whooped, nigga. I'm getting my ass. But it helped me though. It made me it brought me in the house. It got them make sure I do right.
That's how they did them in the 14th century, boy.
But let's get to the next one, man. We're about to get into some political news, man. Beat the devil out y'all.
Can they overdo it though? Nigga get used to it now. Think nigga can't get used to no ass.
Anna Paulina Luna, she a Republican representative?
Attorney General appointed in New Jersey.
Okay. But she was talking to Joe Rogan on Joe Rogan podcast, and this clip sparked a lot of debate because it's about UFO callings. Finally, right? We're done with the pedophiles. Let's get to the UFOs files. But I'm gonna play a little bit this clip right quick.
I think would rival what we know currently with physics and a tech that potentially is out there that we don't have the ability to reproduce, because it would basically be like dropping a cell phone right off back during the time of maybe cavemans. So like we just don't have the tech to develop it yet. What I can also tell you is based on our interviews, and this has been something that you can go back and watch with the congressional hearings, but I was actually able to ask some of the witnesses, what are these things? And they keep saying interdimensional. And then when you talk about the interdimensional aspect of, are these things pre-existing, maybe outside of what we currently know as our own dimension? That stuff can kind of all sound crazy, but at the end of the day, my job as an investigator is to receive all the information, decipher it, and then ultimately from a congressional aspect, if you do have contractors that are withholding information or operating outside of the purview of the federal government, there's budgetary issues, but there's definitely something that I can tell you with confidence that exists that we don't know how to explain currently.
So when you say that it operates outside our understanding of physics, what specifically are you saying? Like what happened?
To I guess break it down in simple terms is that I think that some of the tech that exists, that whatever these things have, these energy things have,
energy things?
Yeah. Well, they call them interdimensional beings. I think that they can actually operate through the time spaces that we currently have, and that's not something that I came up with on my own. That's based on stuff that we've seen. That's based on information that we've been told. And then also, too, I think that there's this historical aspect of, this gets into the deeper theories and concepts of religion and I think the history that we currently know. And that kind of spins off into another topic of, you have the modern day Bible, you have this aspect of Bibles or books of the Bible that have been removed that explain and kind of touch on these topics. And I think that we're in a time and age where you have such a vast amount of information that we have access to via social media, via your cell phone, via the internet. And so it's really changing the way that we understand, the origins of life and the spiritual reality that we know.
When you
currently.
say interdimensional beings, that they know that these are interdimensional beings, how do they know that?
That, so based on testimony, would be based on witnesses that have come forward. But what I can tell you is
So the witnesses just were told that they were
no,
interdimensional?
that they've seen things. And what I can tell you without getting into classified conversations is that there have been incidences that I believe where very credible people have reported that there have been movement outside of time and space.
Shit.
Man.
Shit. If you want to catch that, shouts out to Joe Rogan, man. That was like one of recent episodes where she talking about UFO sightings or interdimensional creatures. Let's touch on that. How would you think that this sort of findings could shook a person's faith or religion?
Because I think what she's alluding to is the fact that they may have figured out that this might change the thought of how we were created and make people look at the God and Jesus and Muhammad, Allah, all that shit. Look at that a little different.
It will disbelieve a lot of people, though. I ain't
They'll
gonna
be
lie
like,
to you.
damn, if these people, so they're not angels. Like, God, it's hard because
It's not. I understand.
They
what
don't
you're
have a
saying.
name. They don't have a name.
I understand what you're saying
Other
because
than like interdimensional beings, but it's like I don't know whether to say are they angels, demons.
yeah, because it goes to like the Bible where it says Adam made. You know what I'm saying? God made Adam and Eve. Like, dang, did he
Maybe
make?
two questions. Give his piece, and I could go off that. It's tough.
Yeah.
I think that the information should be released. For so many centuries and decades, we have been lied to and given false information when it comes to history. And then you'll be hit with little tricklets of information saying that, oh, well, this particular book was taken out the Bible, or this particular book is missing. Oh, this library that contains all of the ancient books got set afire, they got destroyed. So it's like, damn, but you come across stories that saying, oh, well, in these particular books, they talked about beings that came from outer space or that came from other places. This hell is even carved in some I think how you said hieroglyphs.
Hieroglyphs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have some of those that have the shapes of flying saucers. So it's like,
Hmm.
damn, like maybe, yes, I think that the information should be released. I think it will have us looking at creation totally different, and I think that's needed. We're in a time of truth, and and I want the truth.
True.
And that's another thing
True.
about how you release it. Because if you just release it flat out, is it believed? So I feel like when you release it, you gotta spill the beans on a lot of other shit. You gotta be like, they took it out the Bible because of this reason. Like you gotta really explain all secrets, bro, when you releasing this shit for me to really take what you're saying legit. Cause nowadays, honestly, there ain't no trust in the government, bro. And if they
It
say
really
it's
ain't.
interdimensional beings and all that, I want to know how you know, like Joe Rogan, and why you saying that, and how long y'all knew, and why y'all just saying it now. Like, it's you gotta explain, bro, why y'all hit it in the first place. Well, not y'all, but why out of all y'all research did y'all feel like the old times they hit it, and for what and why? Was it ever issues between these interdimensional beings and humans, or are we allies? Is it more? Is it a galactic federation like rumors is
Yeah.
that all universes meet and discuss the universes? Like, bro, then
I
you
don't have no
say,
answers for that, but I
now I know
think
you don't, but then you got stories coming out from a guy from NASA saying he's seeing 7 foot African American like
yeah.
aliens. Then you got another people saying there's an alien group called Tall Whites,
Mm.
and it's like, bro, is it another
The
people?
grays,
Grays, like, is it another people that's
Yeah.
like us, but just slightly different in another universe? And y'all
Might
commute.
be.
You know what I'm saying?
Might
Like,
be.
it's just too much out here, bro. It might be different forms of humans, bro.
It might
Like,
be some lion sized people out there because you got lions
yeah,
and cats. It might be. But I'm going to comment on the part why I think the reason why they don't want to release the information out to certain people because releasing that information is sort of like the Matrix when Neo ate the red pill. It took him out the Matrix. It brought him to the real world, but he realized the world was over. He realized that the machines had took over the world. He realized what he was living was all fake. So I think they don't want to give people the red pill because it's gonna put people out of place. Like people might start not working because they feel like it's the apocalypse.
yeah,
People
like,
might start
but
crashing out.
it's like you if you don't want to know that they're real or they exist, it's almost like you're willing to continue living in a lie for comfortability.
fast. It's kind of like, how do you go back to? It's like if they tell us this, it's like you finally reveal to people that it's more than what we're doing every day to life. Like
Well,
just
also
going to
too,
work, paying bills. It's more to life than
also
that.
too, also too that yeah, like us being adults, we can handle that type of news. We can handle, you know, if our religion was different, we can handle that because we adults. But
You
the
saying?
children, it might fuck up children. You see how children react to certain news.
I don't think it'll fuck up children. I think it'll fuck up adults more because it's
I mean,
like,
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
we're
we
adults, but
still. I'm just saying, we
we,
still got children that's living among us too.
yeah, but we don't. We still don't understand as adults. We don't understand the real threat of this. Like, if they tell us and they tell us that it's dangerous,
Yeah,
it's gonna fuck with you. If they tell you and they say it's possibly some good shit, it's still gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's going. I was just saying, like, we are the ones that's going to be responsible and the ones that can handle it. But you got to think about it. When there's an adult, there's somebody as a mother or a father, so they really have to go into a real stricter, protective way to protecting their kids. You don't know how a person might react if it involves protecting their family.
I just feel like it's gonna cause a lot of stagnation in the country because once you reveal that, bro, people gonna want to learn more and more and more and more and more.
Oh yeah, of
They gonna
course.
want to learn where they come from and if they can go and if they can come back and who y'all got and bro, they gonna want to know all that shit. I am.
Of course, man. That's why it's like, man, it's. I think the information when it get released, it's gonna be like you said, it's gonna be on safe mode, and also the situation not gonna escalate because it's like, man, that red pill will disrupt a lot of people, especially the Christians that be like, the Christians that is like, God would never make something like that. You know, you got them type of Christians that won't be like, nah, God ain't make that.
Well,
That's from the devil.
y'all be having some different Christians. The Christians I'm from would have said God would have made something like that. God made everything.
I mean, that's probably in your town. I mean, but we
That's
all,
why I said where y'all at different.
because it's like, man, I mean, I don't know how to take it as like being a Christian either. I wouldn't know how to take it, but I will be one to be intrigued on the part of is these type of creatures are hostile because they actually come down here and bring harm to me. That's the only part I would be one to like. Are we
I
are
don't
we gonna
think
fight back?
I don't think that people should be too shocked. And no, I don't think that we should just fight back. That seems to be the natural human nature is the first thing to see if they could take over the next thing they seen. But nah, I don't think it's weird at all, especially if you believe in God and believe that you are a creation of God yourself. Like He created you, He created like the octopuses, created birds, created everything else. So it's like it wouldn't be too far fetched to think that He created another intelligence. Hell, it could be, for example, it could be a civilization from thousands of years ago that figured out a way to travel the galaxies.
True, because this is an old ass
I don't.
planet.
The part of me to make it feel like it won't affect how people feel about God is because she still believes in God. She says she's still a Christian based off this new knowledge that she got. So it's like if it was something that'll make you feel like God not real, why would she still believe in it once she saw the information? So I feel like it's crazy shit that's probably unbelievable if somebody just tell you flat out. But like I said, you're gonna have to explain a lot when you tell people.
Facts, man. I'm about to get to the next one, man.
Jesus.
Hey, Melania Trump sued, gonna put a lawsuit on Hunter Biden on recent comments of her being linked to the Jeffrey Epstein. But this is the clip of Channel 5 News. It's a popular YouTube channel. But he presented it to him, and this was Hunter Biden's response to that lawsuit.
The day of presidential litigation has arrived. It's lawsuit time. In my hand is a legal demand letter addressed to Mr. Hunter Biden from the First Lady of the United States, demanding a retraction of Channel 5's video called Hunter Biden Returns, in which Mr. Biden here makes some speculative comments about the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein, Melania Trump, and Donald Trump.
Okay, well, they knew each other well. they spent an enormous time together. According to his biographer, is that Jeffrey Epstein introduced Melania. That's how Melania and the First Lady and the President met.
Really?
Yeah.
Epstein made the intro.
Yeah, according to Michael Wolff. And so I only can go by what people are saying, and I don't know.
He didn't make these claims out of nowhere. They come from another journalist named Michael Wolff, who is a biographer that actually spoke to Jeffrey Epstein. But now here we are. And I've got $1 billion document in my hands because Mrs. Trump is seeking $1 billion in damages if we don't take the video down and if Hunter here doesn't issue a formal apology to Mrs. Trump. So now we're here maybe to give you the platform to apologize to the First Lady for your statements that you made about her possible connection to Jeffrey Epstein.
Fuck that. That's not going to happen.
Shit.
Shit, fuck that.
Said, fuck that, nigga. I guess you want to take it to court.
I don't understand how he feel like. I don't know why she feel like that she could sue him for saying what another reporter reported.
I've been noticing that too. It's been a lot of people, that's, on the higher up, like world leaders. You can talk bad about them, just like with the Kenny Owens situation. That lady just put a defamation. Is it hurting her to put the defamation on Hunter Biden? Or do y'all, or any world leader? Is that a bad look for them to put a defamation case on a person? Like, they got platforms sort of like us.
No. You can do it.
In my opinion, I think it probably makes her look a little suspicious. Because, I didn't even know what was going on until she sent out the $1 billion request. So, from that angle, it could kind of look suspicious. But, because I'm looking at it like, if it's not true, then why even give it any attention?
Because people suspect Trump of being on the Epstein list, and saying that kind of make it look worse.
Or it's on some shit
coming from him specifically.
Or it's on some shit like, okay, you making these type of claims? Prove it. Because at the end of the day...
So now he'll have to prove that in court, I guess.
Yes, with $1 billion under his ass. And boy, you better have that evidence, because $1 billion?
I mean, he just going to bring up that it was another reporter that reported that. Or so...
Yeah, he could. I mean, he could fight it, but boy, if I had to go to court on $1 billion, if I lose, man, I better win that. And that was the same thing like with Cardi B and Tasha K. Like, she still owing that girl money, but she also still doing her type of platform of news. I don't think it's gonna stop. It might not stop anything, but it's like, boy.
But the
Trump
team do always win their little suits.
Damn, that motherfucker been on the winning streak, right? You got CBS 6 minutes on the goddamn defamation. They had to goddamn do a payout. So he said, fuck that, man. But I remember Quay, you was talking about crime in D.C. Earlier this week. Trump did have plans to, solve what's going on in D.C. because they also have a crime problem right now. D.C. is one of the cities, or one of the capitals that has a high crime rate. I'm talking about more than Mexico City capital. Was it Bogota? I'm talking about more crime than a city of Mexico, the capital city of Mexico. That's how bad it is right now. And Trump introduced the Home Rule Act. He's going to explain it in this clip.
This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before. This.
I mean, a lot of people are having their comments about it. A lot of people are saying D.C. ain't nothing wrong with D.C. A lot of people saying that Trump is overstepping his boundaries. But a ruling just came up from a judge. I'm just getting tired of these judges nowadays, man. These judges are trying to be more of an activist instead of they're more being more activist, and they more trying to do rulings of their feelings. Just do what is right. But I know everybody might feel some type of way, but ABC has reported in the news that the judges rejects Trump's administration to federalize D.C.
Now to the federal takeover of the police in Washington, D.C. Tonight, the emergency hearing and what a judge has now decided. ABC's Mola Lengi in the Capitol tonight.
Tonight, days after the Trump administration moved to assume federal control of Washington, D.C.'s police force, a district judge rejecting the plan. Late today, Judge Anna Reyes telling White House attorneys the Department of Justice clearly cannot direct the MPD to do anything. Administration officials agreeing to rewrite their directive that effectively they would seek to name Cole as the DOJ's designee for the purposes of requesting services from Mayor Muriel Bowser and the district's police force. Today's hearing focused on the department's command structure, not the larger so-called crime crackdown. Earlier this week, President Trump declaring a public safety emergency in D.C., deploying 800 National Guardsmen.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse.
But the district's official figures show a drop. Violent crime recently hitting a 30-year low, down 26% since last year. Residents we spoke to saying they feel increased law enforcement presence is unnecessary.
I understand wanting to get some help to help with the crime, but I think the National Guard just adds an extra layer to people's anxiety and angst.
Well, David, those National Guard.
Oh, man, I should have known I couldn't trust no ABC News, but it's just the fact, man. You got some people feel like D.C. ain't no crime. I mean, that is true that it has dropped 30%, but it ain't no like, okay, I could say Chicago has dropped 15%, but also it's all about what's going on right now. People who live in there are going through a different state when it comes to D.C. and the safety. And also, too, unscrutinized was the police chief, Pamela A. Smith, because once again, she is sort of a DEI inclusive hiring, first black female for being a for being a police chief, first black female. When reporters was asking her, what is the chain of command? Basically, what is your higher ups? What is your higher up saying about what's going on in D.C.? What are they doing? And this was her response that struck everybody on the internet, because you don't need no IQ for knowing what's chain of command.
That's what the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor, speaking to you, or how does this work?
So the executive order is clear. The president has requested MPD services, and our home rule charter outlines the process. The president designated Attorney General Bondi as his proxy to request services through me.
That's what the chain of command is now?
Only thing I gotta say about this, man, it really shows you a lot about the leadership that's going on in DC. And also with these DEI stuff, you also know that, she just been Pamela just been put in this position just to, you know, make America feel good that we got a first black woman as a chief. The lady didn't even have knowledge of chain of command. And also DC right now, that could have been the problem why DC is going outrageous right now with the crime. Because we got a chief that don't even know what the hell chain of command is. So she probably don't even know how to make DC safe. But I just got, just giving comments.
Was it the DC chief that didn't know the chain of command, or was it that officer looking lady
That was the
that
officer. The officer looking lady was the
That
chief.
is the DC police.
dang, that's crazy. Sheesh.
Yeah, all I gotta say about that is the clip I just sent.
Yeah, I got you coming up.
What Trump doing? It should have been done. It's made the city safer. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. DEI lady learn to take notes and continue, because what Trump doing out here is for 30 days or 90 days or some shit. It's not like a continuous. But yeah, just take notes, DEI lady.
Empty.
10 p.m.
Streets is safe.
DC look good.
Look clean because they also was. They also was cleaning up the streets with homeless people. They also told this is not no new law. This is also enforcing a law that already has been in place. They was telling, I guess it's more like indecent. I guess indecent exposure. So they was trying to tell homeless people they need to go to a homeless place or end up paying fines or jail time if they continuously staying where they at, because it's tent city in DC too.
DC look nice, man. Like, why wouldn't you want this for the city? Why would you be protesting what Trump doing? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? God, man, never mind, bro. I tried not to.
But you know how it is, man. That's what everybody. But that's what some people do, man. They be trying to make it seem like all this stuff is racially motivated. They trying to make it seem like Trump is overstepping his boundaries. He's trying to be a tyrant, try to make new laws. He just did everything by the book, but it's still going to be a problem. I just hate the people that I don't see most of the black people talking about the cops, more cops in the streets not going to make us safe. Like, damn, like, how is that not? How is that somebody protecting you ain't going to make you safe? Oh, the cops, all it is, they aim towards the black youth. It ain't aimed toward the black youth, but if it's a majority of black youth on the streets that's committing crimes, you got to be real about it. That shit needs to stop. But I ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's alarming because people trying to put out this type of ridicule on rhetoric on Trump, saying that he's trying to be a tyrant on the streets. He's trying to escalate the problem. But this problem has been going on for years, and no one has tried to solve it until now. So, I ain't really got no more to say about it, because it's like, if I was in this situation, I would have been doing it too. I would have been trying to make sure people safe. Because this really is not no political thing. This ain't no, he gonna put troops in the street because he felt like Democrats was messing up the neighborhood. Nah, bro, it ain't nothing like that. It's just he has been on a campaign of preaching fairness and also now safety. Just like dealing with the cartel in Mexico. It wasn't he just want to go in Mexico fucking up shit. He just want to see the world safe. In your neighborhood and somebody else's neighborhood, man. But, man, that's all I got, man. You got anything else?
That's all I got, man. Yo, first game podcast, man. Sunday night, man. August 17th. Final thought. Hey, I just want to say, man, Trump done his thing with the DC, and when it comes to him trying to make peace with this Ukraine, Russia, like literally, like trying to poo-poo on it, feel like Trump just say, "Who you bad? You authoritarian?" Man, shut up, man. Let Trump do his thing, man. Everything he doing been working out. The real citizens of DC are happy with the decisions he's making the streets a lot safer. Dylan Gabriel, keep doing your thing. Shadur, keep doing your thing. It's all right to compete, but you know what I'm saying? The 53 roster got both of y'all on there. Y'all becoming great teammates. Jasmine Crockett, fuck you. Texas redistricts have came through, so yeah, Jasmine Crockett. We don't gotta really talk about you too much more. That's all I got, man.
Yeah, I already know, man. The final thought, man. Hey, man. Trump keep doing what's right. That's why people say it's easy to do the wrong thing and it's hard to do the right thing, bro. Keep doing the right thing. People not gonna like it. People gonna be disgusted with it until years down the line. Like, it's sort of like when my dad was like, "No, you can't go to the movies. It's too late." Then later that night, that movie theater had a shooting. Some decisions you might not understand right now, but years down the line, you're gonna be like, "Dang, my dad was trying to protect me." So that's why I understand right now what Trump doing. He just trying to protect his people and do right. Because 2026, in the words of PBD Podcast, the future is looking bright. Stop going up. Taxes going down.
Oh, and I hear Trump thinking about cutting taxes for people who make under $200,000.
Hey, man.
Well, man, we'll see y'all people next Sunday.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who stuck it out with us. We still going next week. Shout out to everybody who's commenting on Instagram, who's showing support, commenting. We do this for y'all. Keep commenting on TikTok. I am very appreciative of the fans. I'm glad y'all guys are supporting the love on the shorts. Thank you. Thank you.
And keep pounding.
Yes, and keep pounding. My chain sound just like these goddamn
All right, man. He about to make me go ahead and back up on this one, man. I see